So this is the alpha prototype of the Welcome to Night Vale game. All the art here is stuff that we kind of appropriated from the internet. None of it would make it into any final game. We were just used some stuff that we were inspired by from the fan community, and also images that we thought resonated really well with the theme. And the basics of the components are: you have your base, and your base has these 5 different resources that are color-coded. You have bleak, creepy, odd, strange, and sinister, and those are the different types of card families that you can acquire. You have the deck of cards. There would be 3 of these, and then depending on what day of the 3 days you're playing in, the card decks are different. And you also have the Good News from Desert Bluffs, which comes in between rounds and changes the basic rules of the game. The whole purpose of all of it is to collect these tokens, which are unease, which is kind of the psychic energy by which you will then dominate the town at the end of the 3 days. And the way that you play is that each player is going to be dealt 10 cards to their hand. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they are going to use the resources that are on their base or attached to their base to choose a card from their hand to collect. So for instance, I might take this card, Wheat and Wheat Byproducts, which has 1 green symbol on it, so it's 1 point of creepy, and I would attach it to the green face of my base. Then I would take the rest of these cards, I would pass it to the player on my left. That's called drafting. So now I would get effectively a new hand of 9 cards. I'd look through here, and I'd go, okay, I can move this card around here, and now I've got a combination of 1 white and 1 green. Because the card that I just acquired gives me new resources with which I can buy stuff. Or I could, for instance, leave it right here. And now I could purchase a card from my hand that costs 2 green as opposed to 1 green. And then I would line this up. So this is the Green Market Co-op. And this would have an effect when I come in to draw a card from the current deck and add it to my hand. So some cards have effects when they arrive on the board or when they become revealed. Other cards have effects when they are what's called dismissed. Some cards may also have effects when they are flipped over or kind of neutralized. And then some cards have costs when you shift them around your base. So the strategy of the game is to have your base make stacks of cards that combine to give you either massive payouts in unease, or to create specific combos and effects that allow you to influence your neighbors and kind of drag them back a little bit. When any player is out of cards in their hand, remember we're passing it all around, that day is ended. New Good News from Desert Bluff comes into play, and we move on to the next deck of cards. 10 cards is dealt out, and you continue to build your base. So it has a little bit of that structure building from stuff like Seven Wonders and from the great old Steve Jackson game Illuminati. But we're really proud of this mechanic where we have the resources from the cards that you acquire. As you lay them over each other, they change it, and while it grows, it doesn't grow kind of exponentially or out of control. So I think that will be a great balancing mechanism as we finalize the different cards. That's that.